Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you today about the ultimate formula for success. It's not some secret strategy or a magic trick. It's simple, yet incredibly powerful. Focus, grind, succeed. That's it. Let me break it down for you. Success begins with clarity of focus. In a world filled with distractions and constant noise, having a clear, unwavering focus on your goals is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer number of options and opportunities around you, but without a clear sense of direction, all that energy can be wasted. Focus is not just about narrowing your attention on one thing. It's about choosing what truly matters and dedicating your time and energy to it with a level of discipline that others might not be willing to commit. When you set a goal, you are essentially choosing a destination. However, without a focused approach, even the best goals can feel like distant dreams. Focus allows you to break down those big, overwhelming objectives into manageable steps, creating a clear path forward. It's like drawing a roadmap for your success. But to do that, you first need to know exactly where you are going. That means being crystal clear on what you want to achieve and why it matters. It's not enough to say you want to be successful or wealthy. What does that truly mean to you? What does success look like in your life? Focus comes from clarity, and clarity starts with a deep understanding of your personal goals and values. One of the biggest obstacles to focus is the multitude of distractions we face every day. In a society where information is constantly being thrown at us, it's incredibly easy to get sidetracked. Social media, email, news, and even well-meaning conversations can pull our attention in a million different directions. But the most successful people are not those who are constantly reacting to every little thing. They're the ones who can block out the noise and center their attention on what truly matters. They know how to say no to distractions that do not serve their purpose. And more importantly, they have the discipline to stay on track, even when it would be easier to wander. Focus also requires making tough choices. It's about being willing to give up things that seem important in the short term for the sake of your long-term vision. You might have to say no to opportunities, events, or even relationships that don't align with your goals. It's not always easy, but it's essential for staying focused on what matters most. You cannot be everywhere at once. If you spread yourself too thin, you will lose the energy and clarity needed to excel in your chosen pursuit. Successful people know how to prioritize their time and energy, keeping their eyes locked on their most important goals. To maintain focus, you also need to establish routines and systems that support your objectives. It's not enough to be passionate about your goal, you need structure. Developing a routine that consistently moves you toward your goal is key to turning focus into tangible results. That could mean setting aside specific times each day for deep work, cutting out unproductive activities, or automating tasks that can drain your mental energy. Focus isn't just about thinking about your goals, it's about creating an environment where your goals become inevitable. The other aspect of focus is the ability to block out negative influences, especially the voices that tell you your goals are unrealistic or too difficult to achieve. Doubt is a powerful force, but when you are clear on what you want and have a focused mindset, you can block out the negativity that comes from others, as well as your own inner critic. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned or when you face setbacks, but if you maintain your focus, you'll be able to push through those moments and keep your eyes on the prize. True focus also requires a sense of urgency. Time is limited, and every moment that passes is an opportunity lost if you're not using it effectively. When you focus, you become intentional about how you spend your time and where you invest your energy. You stop procrastinating and start moving forward with purpose. The clearer your focus, the less likely you are to waste time on things that don't move the needle forward in your life. Focus is not a one-time effort, it's a continual practice. It's something you have to work at every day, and when you're focused, you make progress, even when it feels like things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. Focus doesn't mean rushing toward a destination. It means staying committed to the process, trusting that with time, your efforts will bear fruit. With a clear, undistracted focus, you are positioning yourself for success. Success is not achieved by wishful thinking or hoping for the best. It is built through relentless effort. There is no substitute for the work required to turn dreams into reality. The journey to success is not always glamorous or easy, but it is always worth the effort when you are committed to putting in the grind. People who succeed understand that the path to greatness is not paved with shortcuts or instant gratification. It's a slow, steady accumulation of small victories that leads to long-term achievement. The grind is about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work when the results aren't immediately visible. Success requires a level of consistency that most people are unwilling to commit to. When things are tough, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, the ones who succeed are the ones who keep going. They understand that setbacks are part of the process, not the end of the road. The grind is where growth happens. It's where character is built, where skills are developed, and where results begin to take shape. The reality is, grinding is often not glamorous. It's the daily grind that separates those who wish for success from those who actually achieve it. It's waking up early when everyone else is still asleep, staying up late to finish that one last task, and pushing through when you're mentally and physically exhausted. But the grind is also where the magic lies. It's in the process of doing the work, even when it seems tedious, that you build the momentum needed to create massive success. The grind requires a level of discipline that many people lack. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you going when the initial excitement fades. Discipline is what makes you show up every day, even when it feels like nothing is happening. When you are disciplined in your efforts, you create a sense of consistency that eventually leads to results. That consistency compounds over time, and what may have seemed like a slow start becomes a massive accomplishment once you have put in the time and effort. The grind is not just about physical effort, it's about mental fortitude as well. It's easy to get discouraged when progress is slow, but real success comes from pushing through those moments of doubt. It's about maintaining a mindset that says, I am willing to keep going no matter how difficult it gets. The road to success is filled with obstacles, but those who are committed to grinding through them will always come out the other side stronger. It's this mental toughness that separates successful people from those who quit halfway through their journey. Another important aspect of the grind is adaptability. Success doesn't happen in a straight line. You will encounter roadblocks, setbacks, and unexpected detours along the way. The key to success is not just working hard, but also being able to adapt to changing circumstances. If you're unwilling to adjust your approach when things don't go as planned, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of frustration. The most successful people are the ones who learn how to pivot when necessary, using challenges as opportunities for growth. It's not about sticking to one path at all costs. It's about being flexible enough to find new ways to keep moving forward. Grind also involves patience. Many people give up before they see the results of their hard work because they can't bear the thought of waiting. They want immediate returns, and when they don't get them, they quit. But success doesn't work that way. It takes time, and the grind is a long-term commitment. Those who are willing to put in the work day after day will eventually see their efforts pay off, but only if they stay patient and persistent. The grind is also about pushing through failure. Failure is inevitable, and those who are not willing to face it head on will never achieve anything great. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to failure. Successful people don't let failure define them. They learn from it, adapt, and keep moving forward. They understand that failure is just a lesson in disguise and that it's part of the grind. The more you fail and keep grinding, the more you grow and improve. The grind doesn't end once you reach a certain level of success. It is an ongoing process. Even when you achieve one goal, the grind continues as you set new challenges for yourself. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. The grind is the foundation of that journey and is what makes success sustainable. Without it, you would quickly lose momentum and fall short of your potential. The grind isn't just a phase you go through, it's a way of life. Discipline is the unsung hero of success. While motivation often gets all the attention, it is discipline that truly carries you through the most challenging moments of your journey. Motivation is powerful, but it's fleeting. Some days you wake up feeling energized, ready to conquer the world. On other days, you may feel drained, uninspired, or uncertain. In those moments, motivation can fail you, but discipline ensures that you stay on track regardless of how you feel. Discipline is about doing the work, whether or not you feel like it. It's the ability to keep moving forward even when obstacles arise or the excitement has faded. Successful people understand that the path to greatness isn't always easy or fun, but it requires consistent action. When motivation wanes, discipline takes over and pushes you to continue. This is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Anyone can have an idea or a burst of motivation, but not everyone has the discipline to follow through when things get tough. It's easy to start something when you're filled with enthusiasm, but what truly matters is the ability to keep going when the initial excitement fades. Discipline is the fuel that keeps you moving even when the journey seems long or arduous. It's about setting clear goals, establishing routines, and sticking to them regardless of how you feel. Discipline means waking up early to get a head start on your day, putting in extra hours when necessary, and staying focused on your goals, even when distractions tempt you to veer off course. To build discipline, you need to start by creating habits that support your goals. Habits are the foundation of discipline. Once you develop the right habits, discipline becomes a natural extension of your daily life. Whether it's exercising regularly, reading every day, or dedicating time to work on your projects, good habits create the structure needed to maintain consistent progress. In the absence of these habits, it's easy to get distracted or fall into patterns of procrastination, which ultimately hinder your progress. The key to maintaining discipline is understanding that it's a long-term commitment. It's not about making a temporary effort to achieve a goal. It's about cultivating a mindset that drives you to succeed over time. Discipline is about setting a vision for the future and then taking the necessary actions each day to move closer to that vision, even if those actions are small. Over time, these small actions add up and create momentum. Without discipline, even the most ambitious dreams will remain distant fantasies. Discipline also requires sacrifice. There are moments when you have to say no to things that feel good in the short term, like socializing or indulging in distractions. But in doing so, you're prioritizing your long-term success over momentary pleasures. It's about recognizing that what you want most in the future is more important than the instant gratification you might experience today. This delayed gratification is a powerful component of discipline. The ability to push through discomfort, to delay the rewards, and to stay focused on the long-term payoff is a hallmark of successful people. Furthermore, discipline helps you stay consistent when life throws challenges your way. No journey towards success is without difficulty. There will be days when setbacks occur, when things don't go according to plan, and when you feel overwhelmed. It's during these times that discipline is most crucial. While motivation may fail you in moments of adversity, discipline will keep you anchored, ensuring that you continue putting in the work, even when the results aren't immediate. It's in these moments of difficulty that the greatest growth happens, because discipline teaches you to push through discomfort and failure. The beauty of discipline is that it compounds over time. Each discipline action, no matter how small, builds upon the last. As you create a habit of discipline, you begin to see the cumulative effect of your efforts. This compounding effect makes success more attainable because your consistency, fueled by discipline, accelerates your progress. It's not about making giant leaps forward every day. It's about making steady, incremental progress that builds momentum and creates lasting results. While motivation is a spark that can ignite your drive, discipline is the engine that keeps you moving forward day after day. It's the difference between setting a goal and achieving it. Successful people understand that discipline is the true key to accomplishing anything of value. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas or the strongest motivations will fall short. Discipline is what takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Success is not just a destination. It is a process that unfolds over time. Many people focus solely on the end result, thinking that success is simply about reaching the final goal. However, success is far more profound than simply ticking off a checklist. It's about embracing the journey, learning from the challenges and constantly evolving. The process itself is where growth happens, where you develop the resilience and skills that shape your ultimate success. When you set out to achieve a goal, you often focus on the outcome. You envision what it will feel like to finally reach the top. While that vision can be motivating, it can also cloud your perspective if you're not careful. If all you focus on is the destination, you can easily become frustrated by the time it takes to get there. The key is to shift your mindset and start viewing the process as an integral part of your success. Every step you take, every small win, every setback is all part of the path to your ultimate goal. Success is not linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. There will be times when you feel like you're making significant progress and other times when everything seems stagnant. But it's during these times that you have the opportunity to learn and grow. The challenges you face along the way are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones that teach you valuable lessons. You learn to navigate obstacles, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to remain persistent even when things don't go as planned. The journey towards success is also a journey of self-discovery. As you push yourself to achieve your goals, you learn new things about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your capacity to persevere, and your ability to problem solve. Every challenge you encounter helps you build the mental and emotional strength required to sustain long-term success. Over time, you develop a deeper understanding of what it takes to succeed and what it means to truly achieve your potential. Another important aspect of the process is the importance of consistency. Consistent effort, day in and day out, is what leads to real results. It's not the sporadic bursts of motivation that create lasting success, but the small, consistent actions that compound over time. People often underestimate the power of daily habits. Success doesn't happen overnight, but through consistent, focused effort over time. Whether it's waking up early, practicing a skill, or putting in extra work, it's the daily grind that leads to long-term success. The process is about staying committed to your vision, even when immediate results aren't visible. You may not see the fruits of your labor right away, but every single effort brings you closer to your goal. Moreover, the process teaches you the value of patience. It's easy to become impatient when results aren't coming as quickly as you'd like. In a world of instant gratification, waiting for the fruits of your labor can feel excruciating. But it's important to remember that true success is a slow and steady journey. The longer you remain patient and persistent, the stronger your foundation becomes. Success that comes quickly is often shallow and unsustainable, while success built over time has depth and staying power. The process of getting there builds the character and skills that allow you to maintain success once you've achieved it. The journey also allows you to develop resilience. Along the way, you'll face setbacks, rejections, and failures. These moments can either break you or shape you, depending on how you choose to view them. Success is not about avoiding failure, but about learning how to rise each time you fall. It's the ability to keep moving forward when things get tough, to keep pushing when you feel like giving up, and to keep believing in your vision when others may doubt you. Every setback is an opportunity for growth, and the process itself is what strengthens your resilience. Embracing the process also means enjoying the small wins along the way. Too often, people get so focused on the final destination that they forget to appreciate the progress they've made. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. The process is about finding joy in the journey, appreciating the growth that happens with each day, and celebrating the milestones, no matter how minor they may seem. Ultimately, success is about how you evolve throughout the journey. It's not just about reaching a goal, but about becoming the person you need to be in order to sustain that success. The process transforms you, prepares you for the challenges ahead, and helps you build a life that's not only successful, but meaningful. The journey is where the real work happens, and without it, the destination would have no meaning. Failure is often viewed as something to avoid or fear, but it is actually a necessary part of the success journey. Every successful person has faced failure in some form. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies in how they respond to failure. while some let it defeat them. Others use it as a stepping stone, learning from their mistakes and adapting their approach. Failure, when viewed from the right perspective, becomes one of the greatest teachers in the pursuit of success. First, it's essential to understand that failure is not the end. It is simply a part of the process. Too many people allow one setback to define them, believing that because they failed once, they will fail again. But that's not the case. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or abilities. It's a momentary experience that provides valuable insights into what didn't work. It's an opportunity to reassess, adapt, and move forward with a better approach. If you allow failure to stop you, you deny yourself the opportunity to grow and learn. The key is to see failure as feedback, not as a permanent obstacle. One of the biggest challenges people face when they fail is their mindset. Many associate failure with weakness or incompetence, but the reality is that failure is an inevitable part of growth. If you are not failing, it often means you are not pushing yourself hard enough or stepping outside your comfort zone. Success requires risk. And with risk comes the possibility of failure. Those who succeed are those who embrace that risk, understanding that failure is a potential outcome that shouldn't be feared, but accepted as part of the journey. Failure teaches resilience. Each time you experience failure and continue to move forward, you build mental toughness. Resilience is the ability to keep going when things get tough, to bounce back stronger after setbacks. Successful people are not immune to failure. They experience it just like anyone else. But they develop the ability to recover quickly and keep pressing on. The more you face failure, the more resilient you become, and the less you are deterred by the inevitable setbacks that will occur on the road to success. Moreover, failure is a powerful tool for self-reflection. When you fail, you are given the chance to look back at your actions, decisions, and mindset and learn from what went wrong. This level of self-awareness is critical in identifying areas for improvement. Instead of brushing off mistakes or blaming external factors, those who succeed take responsibility for their actions and seek ways to improve. Every failure becomes an opportunity to refine your approach, to tweak your strategy, and to better prepare for future challenges. Another aspect of failure is that it teaches patience. Success rarely comes without setbacks, and even when you achieve success, it's often the result of multiple failures and adjustments along the way. People who fail once and give up are missing the bigger picture. The most successful individuals are often those who have failed repeatedly but never quit. They understand that success is not immediate and that persistence is necessary. They stay the course, trusting that with each failure, they are getting closer to their goal. Failure also helps to shift your perspective. When things don't go as planned, it forces you to consider alternative methods, to think creatively, and to approach problems from new angles. This shift in perspective can often lead to breakthroughs that wouldn't have occurred if things had gone smoothly. Failure encourages innovation and adaptability, qualities that are essential for long-term success. Finally, failure builds character. It forces you to confront difficult situations and manage emotions like disappointment and frustration. How you respond to failure speaks volumes about your character. Those who remain positive, learn from their experiences, and stay determined are the ones who ultimately succeed. The ability to face failure, learn from it, and continue moving forward with confidence and a positive attitude is a hallmark of true success. In the end, failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is the necessary counterpart to success. Without failure, there can be no true growth. Each failure is a lesson, each setback a reminder that you are pushing the boundaries of what you can achieve. It is through failure that you become stronger, more resilient, and more prepared for the challenges ahead. The key is to fail forward. Use each experience as a springboard to rise higher, knowing that with every failure, you are one step closer to success.